Action.
Welcome everyone, my name is Kabanina and I'm chilling with my boy Lou. That's right, welcome to the KYM movement. This is the magazine where we get to celebrate, inspire, and just honor the people that are working hard la in Makassar.
Yeah, most definitely, but fair too. This is a magazine. We're basically focusing on business and art. So
That's
we want
right.
to know more about your businesses. We want to know more about what you are doing, guys. You know what I mean? We don't tolerate idleness. So that's what the show is about, man. And we also want to celebrate the youth culture, I mean, just to find out and what do you guys get to keep up with.
That's right. Without further ado, we have our first guest, Lesego. Lesego is an interesting guy who's running a baker business. He's extraordinary. So let us begin and let's head to the studio and to meet this lovely guy who's going to tell us more about his business, shall we?
Yeah, most definitely.
Let's get into it.
Yep.
Be beyond the ghetto. Hello everyone, it's La Indo Fire and we're about to show you Lesego's creation. This is his hometown. This is where, you know, the magic begins. This is where the magic happens, right here in the fire. So, viewers, are you ready to see his creations? Let's go inside, shall we? Let's go. All right, I'm so excited. Coco. Hey, how are you?
All right, and yourself?
Good, good.
Wonderful.
The viewers want to see how you bake cakes.
Oh, please do come through. I am busy baking here.
Yeah, guys, let us see how he makes magic right here in his heaven space, all right? As you can see, this is his workspace. It's clean, hygiene, it's proper. He has a stove spotless clean. Here's the cake demonstrated. Guys, this is where the magic happens. Let's check out Lesego, shall we?
Hi guys, welcome to my place. Welcome to our home. This is where the dreams happen. We make cake dreams come through. This is our setup. This is the equipment, machines we use to bake. Everything happens here. Featuring Neo, my partner, and we've got our beautiful student here, Tsego. She's here to learn a thing or two about baking, so we are here to make it happen. Thank you. So what we do right now is, after the cooler, you use this as your level. Remember, the cake, right? So obviously everything is level, and then you take your palette knife. Then utamaya this line, no? Yes, you make sure I throw a line in you, and then voila, you've got your cake.
Yo, Bafetu, welcome back. Yeah. So as you saw, guys, on the inset, we do have an awesome guest on the show, Bafetu.
right.
Yeah. So as you remember, guys, with the KYM, it's all about the entrepreneurship and arts. Yeah. So our guest for today, on our first episode, Lesego.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm doing great. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, no,
Can't
not a
wait,
problem.
can't
And it's kind of
wait.
great to see you were able to come here and chill now namhlanje. So yeah, without wasting any more time, guys, we'll just get on straight to it. Yabo?
Yep, let's
Yeah.
start. Let's begin.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start off. Where you from? Where did you grow up? What kind of child were you? I am dying to hear who was Lesego.
Yeah.
Okay, Lesego is a guy born raised go Pimville,
Yeah.
Pimville, Soweto. I grew up like any other normal boy, being naughty, you know, but I was not really interested into what I'm doing right now. You know, it's something that happened very much late in my years. Yeah. So I'm a bubbly person, fun, and I just love what I do, and yeah, that's just me.
Yeah. No, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, thank
Akikela
you.
ku awuthi my. Ngilizwile show ukuthi aziyathatha, yabo. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, welcome to the show, man. So just to tell us a bit about your upbringing. How was it?
Well, my upbringing was it was too much all over the show, you
Yeah.
know. I grew up with separate parents, so you know you need to be this side, and then got the weekend you go to
come
see
on, yeah.
daddy, and then the next thing the other year you live literally with dad, and you come back and you live with your mom. So it's been. It was very nice in a way, but I wouldn't say it was perfect.
Yeah.
But here I am today, you know. We thank mom and dad for yes, for giving us what they could, you know. Yeah.
All right, tell us how did it all begin when it comes to starting a business? What made you fall in love with baking?
Well, I loved culinary. So much so that as I was in my 20s, I used to watch cooking shows, you know, all the way. So I wanted to go and do culinary skills at one of the institutions. However, because of funding, you know, I didn't have funds. So what happened was I went to a school called Dipkloof, because Zone 5 called Dipkloof.
So, what's the name of the school?
Zodwa, Noti and Zodwa, yes.
Yeah.
Noti and Zodwa, that's the name of the school. Noti and Zodwa. So we did a 6 weeks course.
Okay.
We went on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So on Wednesdays we did baking only. So it was baking biscuits, scones, you know, red cakes, anything that has got to do with baking. So it was fun. It was fun up until we started baking your normal birthday cakes. So as we did that, I was very much interested. That's where my interest started. And I was like, ooh, okay, I thought I loved culinary, but now it looks like I'm more into pastry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how it started.
Right.
And then tell us, when it comes to starting the business, it's not easy. Starting something is not easy.
Yeah.
It's a hard journey.
Yeah, it's a
to
hard
start.
journey, sure. Yeah.
So how did it all begin? Where did you get the funding, and to get now connections? What did you do first to start to make this thing possible?
Because it's always about the start, actually.
Yeah.
So
It
how you
is.
start,
It is
yeah.
about the start. Yes. Unfortunately, I didn't get any funding. You
Yeah.
know, what happened was I started with just only one client. This person, it was a word of mouth. She heard I am baking cakes, so she wanted a cake for her child, go crèche. So she came through, and I was like, oh, okay, I can do this for you. She wanted a mini theme.
Yeah.
A pink one. Yeah. She wanted a mini theme. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that for you, you know. And with regards to baking, you always pay deposit up front. That's how I started my business, with 200 rands, yeah, deposit.
Yeah.
And yeah, from there, I never looked back.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. And then what are some of the challenges or some of the challenges that you are currently having in with your business since you've now started? Yini inkinga ohlangabezana nazo, like ohlangabezana nazo, you know?
Well, You know, as you bake, you get to do your research.
Yeah.
You know, at first it could be, it won't be easy because you need to run around. You don't know how to stock. You don't know if you want, if you can make bulk stocking, you know, and all of those things. So at first, those were the challenges. So what I used to do, I used to wait for an order, then buy. But now, as I grew, that was a challenge for me. So as I grew into the business,
You started
I
to
started
get
to
into
make money and then started to make buy stock in bulk. So that helps a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
What have you learned when it comes to running a business? What is that one thing that will always be a reminder that, you know what, next time I should never ever do this. I should always stick to this so that I don't find myself wasting the resources.
What I've learned in terms of baking is that sometimes you get those last minute orders and you yourself you put yourself under pressure, you know, and then the execution is not what you really wanted, you know, and because sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
You find you are in a hurry, a cake bulges. A bulging is when it gets too much air and then the fondant blows up, you know. It gives it that bubble. So such things, when you're under pressure, you cannot really work on them because, I mean, once it starts doing that, it gives you problem. But if you give yourself time to work on a cake, then it becomes easier. You can be able to avoid such things.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's what I learned. I learned not to do things under pressure. Give myself time.
But I don't know, I feel like but you work best under pressure. Does that go along, or with just baking you need to just take it?
Well, it depends on what you
Depends.
do.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, because baking is quite sensitive.
Baking is very much sensitive.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you can give yourself time and then you come across the hurdles, you know. Maybe a sponge will flop, you can always make another sponge.
Yeah.
Maybe your cake cracks, fondant cracks, and then you can remove it and then start afresh. But now if you're under pressure and all of these things happen at the same time, you'll end up crying, you know.
Yeah.
We've all had our nights and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
I'm curious, in your business, since the unemployment rate is high, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time in terms of expanding, creating job opportunities? Does that come into the picture in
Yeah,
terms of,
yeah.
because the government wants small businesses they want people to open small businesses. so
We
they
want
can
you
get
guys
job.
to thrive,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
You need job.
Look, when I started this business, I looked at it in a very broad way.
Yeah.
The first thing that I wanted to do was be involved in the community in terms of giving back to you know, your schools, the what you call the the orphanage homes, you know. That was the main focus for not giving back, and also was also to create job opportunities. And this started go higher, you know. I gave my aunts and my mom sometimes, you know, an opportunity for them to assist me,
Yeah.
and then in turn I would give back, you know, maybe pay them a salary, so to say, you know. So looking into the future, at the current moment, I'm looking for a shop with my partner,
Yeah.
Neo, and we want to go big.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously once we get a shop, we want to create jobs for people in the community, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many staffs do you have right now currently?
Currently,
Just the two?
currently it's just the two of us running the business.
Yeah.
You know, once we get a bigger space, because the main thing is space.
Yeah.
So once we get a bigger space, it would be easy for other people to come through and, you know, have a healthy working environment.
Yeah.
And then one question I wanted to find out from you is, would you say passion, does it start within you, or is it a must that people have to go to school and learn, or can you just start something Jay, in your mother's kitchen without actually going to school to learn about baking?
I think you have to be passionate about it.
Yeah.
If I to be honest with you, you know, go school, I didn't really learn much about baking, you know, and how to style a cake and whatnot. I mean, within the 6 weeks, it was only Wednesday. So I did this 6 Wednesdays, you
Yeah.
know. So that's a very short time to, I mean, try and
Grasp as much as
master
you
what
can, yeah.
you know. So what I did was I didn't stop learning from there.
Yeah.
You know, YouTube became my friend. You know,
Yeah.
I would spend hours and hours, sometimes 12 hours. I remember my sister would come, ever since you started baking, this is what we watch.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, no, I'm learning. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm one person. I've got a very strong photographic memory.
Yeah.
So what I see, and the thing is, what I saw on YouTube helped me a lot, because when it came to someone wanting a specific cake, I was like, oh, I saw that. I know how to do it, you know,
Yeah.
and I executed it very well. So you never stop learning.
Yeah.
Literally today, I still learn even after 2 years being in the industry.
Yeah. I'm quite excited about what you just said, you know, you learned most of the stuff through YouTube. You know what I mean? I guess the digital world is really coming to us, or it's
Yeah.
helping us in a way that we're able to learn.
Yeah.
That's where we are now. You know.
Yeah. It's up to you on how you learn things nowadays.
Yeah.
Everything is on your hands.
It's on your
literally.
hands, yeah.
You've got the
Especially, you know,
platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All this out there, you
Yeah.
know, you've got
Yeah.
your Pinterest, you've got your
to get some of the ideas.
yes, to get some of
just
the
to learn,
ideas.
yeah.
So I
Research
always
as well.
go there, look at other styles. You know, I always want something fresh. I don't want to be complacent with what I do.
Yeah. All right, Lesego, thanks, man, very much. Man. We've quite heard a lot from you, and it's really quite an interesting story you've shared with us now. And then, yeah, just to, you know, you just want.
Closing.
Yeah, in closing.
Sorry to interrupt.
Okay,
sorry.
no problem.
What would you want to say to anyone who's watching?
Yeah.
A youngster who didn't get accepted in university, they're sitting at home, they feel like it's the end of the world. What advice would you give to any youngster out
Yeah.
there?
Look, I've been there.
Yeah.
I remember I lost my job back in 2017. You know, I didn't have anything to do. I was frustrated. And I only started to know what to do when I went and started doing something.
Yeah.
You know, you can sit at home and be passionate about whatever it is that you want to do. But you're not going to make a difference if you're sitting.
Yeah.
You're sitting with talent.
You're sitting with talent.
Yeah.
So
Do
just
something.
start.
Yeah.
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 Go out there and do it.
Go out
Yeah.
there and do it.
I see. All right.
All right, now we have to wrap up.
Yeah.
But just to find out one more thing from Guwe, if you had to choose ukuthi uhlale eKasi or eMasabapini, where would you go? We just want to know.
Look, I grew up Ekasi, you know,
Yeah.
all my life.
Yeah.
In the 33 years that I've been here,
Yeah.
I've always been Kokasi.
Yeah.
But if I were to go, I would prefer the south. The south.
Why the South? Unaling mo, unaling mo, yeah, Intanga.
I don't know. I like it. It's very nice, chilled.
Nice,
you know,
chilled.
as you grow, you find gore
Some other places, yeah.
lerata
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
You know, you just want peace.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, fine, get
But
to the shit.
however, I'll always be Mokas.
I shouldn't have said
Great to hear.
That's right like us, we're afraid. So yeah, man, Kabonina, such a beautiful story,
I'm
man. So,
happy.
yeah.
I've heard a lot and
Yeah.
I've learned a lot from this young
yeah,
man.
and we wish you to thrive, man, and
Yeah.
just do more
Thank you
things.
so much.
Yeah,
Good taste. And I'm going to order.
yeah,
Ah, please.
Definitely. I'm turning 25 this year.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. All right, no, so we're afraid to, and that's it, man, from Lesego and from us, man. But yeah, do check out our YouTube channel. Just check on some of the videos that we're going to be uploading. So this is the first episode of Facebook, as we saw Lesego. He's doing amazing things. So we'll have more people becoming on the show. And now, if you want to interact with us, do make sure that you follow us on our YouTube channels. On Facebook, it's Kasi Youth Movement Magazine, and then with all our social media pages, the same handle. So yeah, I guess this is it for today, man. So yeah, until then, we're beyond the ghetto.
Thank you.